I'll be honest with you. My gameplay skills in Stage 5 cannot do Hiryu's special A rank any justice.
グランドマスター抹殺宇宙船ドッグより第3の月に侵入目標グランドマスターを抹殺せよ
The only thing that I do that's remotely A rank is in my final battle with Solo. With everyone's new favorite gimmick, Zero Gravity! I assume this is why Hiryu received his special A rank, because somehow he's able to defy zero gravity and still walk safely on the floor without flying forward. In your final battle with Solo, just remember that if you do your double jump after dropping from the ceiling, you'll only end up going back up. Right now, you're in the easiest part of the stage. Or at least it's supposed to be. I say supposed to because I ended up dying like an idiot on this first scene. The very first scene of the final stage. But to tell the truth, I was very impatient and wanting to get it done and over with. It's mainly attributable to these three-way laser cannons, and also due in part to some of the gigantic explosives on the level, the spiked mines, and the enemies welding plasma cannons. I also haven't practiced this stage very much, if you couldn't tell. Well, you'll be able to tell later on, but... Anyways, the first time I die in the stage is due to those plasma cannons and the spiked mines. After dying in the first scene, I even contemplated on whether I really wanted to start over, but I decided, you know what, screw it, I'm pressing on. Maybe I'll be able to salvage out a B rank, at least. And believe me, I've done better on this level before. I've gotten a B rank, which really surprised me on one of the last times I played this game. Considering that the final boss is very hard. And it's definitely not who you think it is. As you can see here, apparently the Grandmaster doesn't create life on his own like God. No, he just keeps things in a stereotypical capsule. Because, I mean, you've seen stuff like this happen before in Resident Evil. Heck, even Mega Man. Technically, Mega Man X was born out of a capsule. Pretty much as an anime-type cliché. And it just wouldn't be the final level without the gravity core, now would it? Just use the same tactics as before in the South Pole Laboratory. But technically, you don't need me to go back over the strategy again. I mean, if you do, I really weep for you as a player. But there you go, it tosses you around like a toy. Just like the first game. And here it is, the final battle with Strider HIEN, the traitor of the Striders. Now this is definitely worthy of a final battle, considering it takes place on the Emperor Dragon. I really didn't want to use any of my boost items on him, but I ended up getting really stupid and careless anyway, but I wanted to get the level over and done with. I believe you can't destroy the Dragon Emperor either. If you're wondering what he said, the Grandmaster said, "I've had enough of you, Hiryu. You will die. Or I will kill you." You can take it either way. But this battle is definitely worthy of a final showdown between the Grand Master. Because at least he doesn't fly around like a crazy maniac, like in the first game. He'll shoot plasma shots at you and also create metal walkers, as well as shooting a column of lightning down at Hiryu. As always, the Savage Slash is your friend. Use it and abuse it on the Grandmaster, and you'll pretty much take him down in no time. And you've beaten him. Game over, right? The end. Right? No. This is the real final boss, CADUCEUS, or however you pronounce it. The boss is actually named after a Greek symbol, or a staff that the Greek god Hermes carried around. It's recognized as a form of commerce, or a staff that helps in leading the dead to hell, or Hades, if you'd like to call it either way. But there are 3 parts of the boss that you'll need to attack if you want to make the final battle easier. The very end of the arm, which shoots fireballs. The middle section, which will shoot energy bolts at you. And the last part, which will shoot green energy balls at you. But there's no way you're going to be able to stop CADUCEUS from shooting the column of beam energy down at Hiryu. But if there's any time to use the boost item, this is it right here for the final battle. And believe me, it's really hard, and pretty much the only boss that's worthy of using the boost item on. But it's pretty typical that the weak point is the head. Aside from standing in the middle between the beams, you can also just run and jump off of the edge as the beams come down from the sky, and then just jump back over to the left or right, depending which section you're on. And somehow that's going to spell doom for the Earth, despite Hiryu's efforts. And just end up destroying the Earth as we know it anyway. But here comes your final cutscene of the game.
Hiryu より本部へ。任務完了。
And that's Strider Hiryu 2, everyone. One of my favorite games on the PS1. I hope someday Capcom decides to revive or reboot the Strider Hiryu franchise, because the universe has a lot of potential worth exploring, and the characters have histories that have been left unwritten. It could even take the form of a new manga, or possibly an anime, or heck, even a new game, not in the style of the arcade game with HD sprites, but more along the style of gameplay of Dead Rising or Ninja Gaiden, except not as brutally difficult to the point where you want to smash your controller or break your TV. Quite frankly, I'd say that the possibility for a sequel is not that far off, considering the direction Capcom is going by reviving older franchises and creating new reboots. Hopefully they can work out some licensing issues with Motokikaku, and also put him in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But if you're wondering what the reward is for beating the game, you get to play as HIEN, who's very, very broken, because he tosses his ciphers around instead of just slashes them at enemies. I know someone out there in YouTube land is wondering, why did I play the Japanese version and not the English-American version, huh? Well, it's because I have the Japanese version, and it's also due to the fact that when it went under localization, some genius thought it would be a great idea to give it what I call the Mega Man X6 collection treatment. I'm talking about, of course, the removal of Japanese voice acting from the cutscenes, which is a downright awful idea to appease the xenophobes who hate Japanese. But that's Hiryu 2, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye-bye!